Good morning, everybody. This is our astrology weather forecast for May 7th, 2025. I didn't check it went through yesterday, not because I died, as some people were worried about. I just didn't want to. Sometimes when I just don't want to do things, I just don't do them. I don't do it out of obligation and then act resentful. I just don't do it. I'm just honest. So if I miss a day here and there, it's either because I'm busy or I just don't want to talk to you. So today we've got quite the fun layering going on when it comes to the energies in the air. Moon does continue through Virgo, hard aspect to Jupiter, easy aspect to Uranus. So y- a hard aspect to Jupiter is not a sad thing. It can turn up in choices that involve excess, um, too much, gorging on things. Um, but generally, I mean, even the hard aspects to Jupiter, we don't associate them with like distasteful things. It's just gluttony that you have to watch out for. That's very much balanced by the narrowness of the Virgo moon and can actually help to expand out of the territory of just looking at what's wrong or what do we need to clean up, because it can encourage some forward thinking. And with the trine to Uranus, that's even more enhanced. Morning, Imogene. So it's an easier day in terms of having that persnickety Virgo energy within us that just wants to plug up holes, not being so narrow-minded. And then we have a lovely quintile between Mars and Uranus. This is fun. It allows us to push the envelope in ways that have us right on the cutting edge, but we don't go into defensive territory or do things that are upsetting to our eventual goal. Now, sometimes quintiles, they can have that magician effect, and they have a side. Every aspect has two potentials, and it can put us in a position where we're using our charm, our charisma to enhance our goal and get there, but it can be at the expense of our honest character. We get into being a real good salesman when we have quintiles. And, that can lend itself well, and it can also lead to some questionable choices. So we don't really have such a danger of the difficult side of the quintile where we get away with a lot. It's in our favor, and other people pay the price, but they don't even know they're paying it because it's so funny. We're just us being us. We don't have a lot of those, negativities. So if you want to push a little bit farther than what you're used to, ask for a little bit more, assert yourself. It has a funny, childlike, charming way about it that makes it easier for us to, weasel our way into things. And sometimes that weaseling is okay. Sometimes it is not. Today we don't have like weird Pluto aspects or like subversive things or things that are like the underneath or deep agendas. So it just lends itself to being able to worm our way into some good situations. If that sentence can make sense. Usually when we hear that phrase, "worm our way into something," it's necessarily negative or has some kinda consequence, but no, this is like finding the right words, finding the right tone, and the right approach, and it opens a door or you're able to convince somebody of something or get something that is actually in everybody's best interest. So, um, yeah, it can be a fun day when it comes to, dancing with people in ways that, bring out it brings out a childlike enjoyment. I think that's what it is, a childlike enjoyment. You remember when you were a kid, you would just abandon everything else. You would forget about everything else. You just focused on what it is that you're doing because 'cause you're so into it. We can have those moments. Yeah. It can be fun to get swept up in things that are good for us.